upside down and pushes forward on the G-force is trying to push him right up through the canopy. As he climbs it straight up, very low airspeed. I'm watching it. Here goes the nose on around in a micro move. As the airspeed drops almost to zero, he lays it on its side, and has so much power and authority, he just rolls the airplane right away. Pushing on the nose. Watch this outside micro move all the way around. 270 degrees. That aircraft accelerates. Half loop and a tumble off the tail up over the canopy. Catches up with the nose and he stops it precisely on the line he wants and completes 2 points. Several times back to the left. The roll rate of this aircraft exceeds 500 degrees per second. If some of you older folks in the crowd remember 78 RPM records, he rotates faster than that. Climbing now and snap rolling on the way up. He puts it upside down, starts an inverted flat spin and yet heads straight toward the ground, recovering almost immediately. He pulls the nose on up on a 45-degree line. Put a roll to the right, back to the left to the inverted position. Continues to climb and tumbles off the top of that climbing 45 degrees with aviation and aerobatics. And other than the show where he saw an airplane flying upside down, he knew that is what he had to do. Rob's been flying now since the age of 18 and has accumulated greater than 9,500 flying hours in over 150 different types of aircraft. Here he is flying backwards, sliding the airplane backwards, letting the nose flip on over, and yet holding it in level flight upside down. Power comes back on and he rolls it on over and heads on down toward the ground. Tremendous thrust going off of that. Against that elevator to hold that nose in that position with almost zero airspeed. He's flown 158 types of airplanes, ranging from Piper Cubs to regional transport aircraft, from gliders to high-performance aerobatic machines like the MX-2. What we call a Cuban 8. Here comes the nose on up through the vertical again, quickly over the top, and rolling away into the half loop, or a maneuver that we call an Immelman for World War I pilot Max Immelman. This is a double Immelman, first one and then the other, with plenty of power. And look at the power he has. Once again, the nose comes on up over the top for a triple Immelman. Yet with full authority to fly right off the top and complete a roll. Oh my heavens, look at this. He's going to start another one. A 4th Immelman. Half loop after half loop after half loop after half loop. Now let's see if we can talk to Rob Holland on the radio. Rob, can you read me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Larry. How do you think? Hey, I have you loud and clear also. Wow, I can't believe that.
That's Rob Holland in the cockpit. Now he's starting the first sign of a big heart in the sky that he dedicated to his family, as you heard. Here he goes diving all around. That's about an 8G pull in order to have a sharp turn at the bottom. So much power. On up over the top he goes to come right down and draw a heart in the sky. Here he comes diving back down. 270 miles an hour on this entry as he is diving and rolling and rolling and rolling. Using all that speed, he pulls the nose into the vertical. Uses all that potential, that kinetic energy, and climbing straight up. Performing point rolls as he continues to climb. Now watch carefully. That engine is putting out so much torque, it's going to twist the MX-2 right around its own crankshaft, sliding backwards and twisting in the torque roll. The Tower of Power, flown by Rob Holland, now inverted flat spin. He's upside down, he's spinning. Now he translates it into a knife edge spin and heads straight on down toward the ground. What an incredible display. A torque roll, a flat spin, and a knife edge spin. On above the top he goes once again. Now watch him tumble the aircraft right off the top. In goes the rudder, right, and over the top. Tumbling and twisting and turning and stopping exactly where he wants it to. And dives straight down. This smoke trail is going to draw a shark's tooth in the sky, but he's going to keep rolling all the way through it. First to the right, then to the left. At the top of that vertical, he'll pull the nose down to the 45-degree line. Or knowing Rob, he may push the nose on down at the 45-degree line in the rolling shark's tooth. Rob was the top placing in 2004, 2006, and of course, the 2008 Advanced World Aerobatic Championships. He received multiple first place and subsequent awards in aerobatic competitions, both in the United States and Canada. He was the New England Competitor of the Year for 2002, in 2003, and 2004. Aerobatic champion for those same years and on into 2005. He's won the trophy 2 times. Rob Holland. This airplane, oh look at that as he slides across these beautiful blue skies. And at the top still has enough control over that airplane to hover in space. 540, a 540 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine designed for high performance aerobatics. There we get another view of that slide. Now watch that nose as he pitches on over in the world's smallest loop and straight on down once again. This composite aircraft is so strong, you can load the wings to 16 times the force of gravity. It rolls, as I mentioned, at this astronomical 500 degrees per second. Holding it perfectly at a height of about 50 feet. We get down to those altitudes, it's not altitude anymore, that's height. MX-2, constructed entirely of premiums and at just under 1,600 pounds. Now the wings are no longer supporting the aircraft as he comes by in knife edge flight. The lift is coming off the fuselage shape of the airplane, and the thrust coming off of that 3-bladed propeller, striking the rudder, which is now the elevator, and holds the nose up in the air. Look at that rate of climb, corkscrewing on the way up. That smoke trail in a corkscrew shape tells me that those are snap rolls. That's like a spin in a straight line. It's a high drag maneuver. Kills off the airspeed quickly, but not in Rob's 385 horsepower MX-2. Nice flat spins on the way, or rather normal spins on the way down.
We were there Saturday.
Rob is sponsored proudly by MX. Let it gently come back again. Getting to be a signature maneuver for Rob Holland. The touch and go with a roll. Vista Nav is a proud sponsor, leaders in portable 3D synthetic vision navigation. And here comes Rob. He's taxiing down toward the crowd.
And it didn't take you 5 hours to get here. It could have taken you 5 hours to get here and to get it. I figured. I'll just...
He's got pretty good visibility in that aircraft, but you see him zigzagging along as he's taxiing. That's because it's a conventionally geared airplane. That's exactly what they still call them. A tailwheel airplane, which is not exactly conventional anymore, but that's what they were called back then, and they still do. And because of that, the nose is high. He sits down behind that big nose, and he can't see out in front of the airplane. He can't see where he's gone, so he has to zigzag along, kind of look down the left, look down the right.